Hello and welcome to another episode of Supreme Clientele, the show right here on the Monk Maddox channel, where I, your host Monk, aka the Monk Matician, give you three fighters that you must play for DraftKings this Saturday, June 18th. UFC Austin, headlined by Calvin Kattar and Josh Emmett. So guys, real quick before we get into it, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 300 and you guys are killing it as of late. My last video for UFC 275 was my best one by almost double. I don't know what you guys were doing. You must have been on that Adderall or something last week. Absolutely killing it. So let's keep the wheels and balls both roll. So whatever you're rolling, other things roll too. Roll it up and help me out. I really appreciate it, guys. Like I said, you are killing it. So other than that, I don't think I have anything else to promote. MMA Engine, get on over there, check it out. Let's get right into the plays for UFC Austin. First play that I'm giving you going to be the $8,600 Albert Duraev. Has an absolutely huge DraftKings upside. Scored 3.97 points per minute in his one UFC win. Averages 1 point per minute in takedowns and control time, and he is $600 under his previous salary. So there is some big value potential there. Duraev also has great wrestling potential, 13.32 to 1 control time ratio. That is just, a lot to basically nothing. Controls 93.02% of all grappling time that he's engaged in, and his opponent, Joaquin Buckley, has yet to face many grapplers, has mostly strikers in his UFC history, so this could be an interesting challenge. I believe he fought Kevin Holland in his first fight, but since then, it's pretty much all strikers. And Buckley, his opponent, has holes in his game, a Chindex of 1.47. That means he is likely to get knocked down. A 40% takedown defense going up against a guy that goes for takedowns basically nonstop. And Buckley gives up 67.5 bonus points per loss. That is averaged over 2 losses. So there are some definite holes in the game. I like what I'm seeing from Albert Duraev. I like the chances for GPPs. I will have some of Buckley too, obviously, for that knockout potential or the decision potential. But man, I think if Duraev wins by finish or decision, I think he has the potential to score very well. I will be looking to target him in DraftKings, and be sure to check out the MMA Engine. I just put out Salary Voodoo. It should be out by the time you're watching this. The Duraev Buckley fight was featured on that video in one of the 3 fights, so be sure to check that out. I'll try to remember to link it in the description below. And also, guys, for any of these numbers you want to pair with some real DraftKings stats, I will also link the MMA on my channel, the game theory video that I also released earlier today. So be sure to check that out as well. You'll be set going into UFC Austin. Next play number 2. Going to be Phil Hawes at $9,000. Let's see. I cannot remember his opponent off the top of my head. I'm just vamping until I select his name, which I'm doing now. Deron Winn. Thank you, CM Monk. Going up against Deron Winn, this dude, actually, we'll get into it. Top DraftKings scorer right here. Averages 4.7 raw DraftKings points a minute and 106.28 per win. That is first and second on the card, respectively. Scores 1.74 points a minute in takedowns and control time put together. That is 6 and 2, 6th in takedowns and second most in control time per minute. 58.33 bonus points per win on average for Phil Hawes, and this is over 3 UFC wins. There's a huge difference in their measurables between Winn and Hawes. Hawes has a 6-inch height advantage. He also will have a 7-inch reach advantage. Hawes last fought 219 days ago. Deron Winn last fought 541 days ago, almost a year and a half. What is that going to do to a fighter? A lot of people say they don't believe in ring rust. A lot of people swear by it. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But as of now, I'm using that as a kind of red flag. And then thirdly, for Phil Hawes, better stats all around. For example, 4.37 significant strikes landed per minute, while Deron Winn allows 5.17 a minute. That is a crazy number, especially over 4 UFC fights. Hawes with a 100% takedown defense compared to Winn with a 0% takedown defense. And as we said, Hawes scores 1.74 points a minute in takedowns and control time. The strength of schedule for Phil Hawes is 10 to 18 points better in every single category over Deron Winn, whether it's opponent win percentage or strength of victory or strength of defeat or straight up strength of schedule. So I like, damn it, I do this every time I select the wrong thing. 10 to 18 points better absolutely everywhere. So I like Phil Hawes basically from everywhere here over Deron Winn. He's got the height advantage, the reach advantage. If he gets taken down and displays some bad fight IQ, I'm going to start to worry a little bit. But Phil Hawes has looked pretty good. He did take his one loss against Chris Curtis in his last fight, who did finish him in the first round. But Chris Curtis has kind of come on the scene and showed to be somebody to be reckoned with. But Hawes has a pretty dominant win over Kyle Daukaus, a decent win over Imavov, and then a huge knockout win over Jacob Malkoun. So I kind of like what I'm seeing from Hawes here. Deron Winn with the long layoff. I'm going to be fading him. $9,000 is a great salary to play for salary voodoo for GPPs. So definitely I would get Phil Hawes in your lineup. I don't mind having a little Deron Winn in here, but that's not what this video is about. This is must plays. I like Phil Hawes for a must play. Third and final fight before we get into it, guys. Be sure to like the channel, subscribe to the MMA engine. That's true, but also subscribe to the Monk Maddox channel, Road to 300. Please keep killing it. Third and final fight we're going to be talking about in the must plays for UFC Austin, $7,500 Roman Dolidze going up against Kyle Daukaus, who I did just mention. Dolidze has a very smothering fighting style. 2.74 takedowns landed per 15 minutes at a rate of 52.94%. That is pretty good there. Pretty scary, actually. 7.3 to 1 control time ratio, which is excellent. And Roman Dolidze controls 87.96% of all grappling time he's engaged in. As I said, a very smothering style. He also displays fantastic defense, Roman Dolidze, allowing only 1.41 raw DraftKings points per minute, and 51.25 is all he gave up in his lone UFC loss. He also averages 1.4 significant strikes landed against per minute at a 64.62% significant striking defense. These are fantastic defensive numbers. In fact, some of the best on the card. He also averages a 141.22 second hold down time, meaning if he's taking you down, he knows how to control you, stay on top, and not let you get up, which is how you bank points. Thirdly, not so much a GPP play this one, but a great cash game play, as Roman does not generally score, off the charts, but he is generally consistent. Likely a decision fight, this one. Control time could be vital. And like I said above, Roman Dolidze knows how to control his opponents. And Chris Daukaus does not mind fighting off of his back, as he will be looking for that submission win. Dolidze also $1,050 under his average salary. So there is some huge value to be had there in a win. Averaging also 50 bonus points per win. So that is pretty consistent there. Averaging, I think he got one first round win. Let's see. One first round KO and then a couple of decisions. So he is kind of riding that first round KO, but still a decent bonus point per win. I like it for a cash game play. And of course I selected the wrong thing again. Let's go back. Here is my recap, so we don't have to scroll all the way back through, guys. My first play, and I'm trying to spread them out, give you a top tier, a mid tier, and then a lower tier. Just not going to give you the three highest guys. Like, that's ridiculous. So as we said, the $8,600 Duraev, a must play over Joaquin Buckley this week. The $9,000 Phil Hawes I really like over, and of course I can't, Deron Winn, before I forget again. And then the low end guy of the week, $7,500 for Roman Dolidze against Kyle Daukaus. I just think he's going to be able to get some control time, hold him against the fence, control him on the ground. 3-round grimy, greasy decision that is good for cash. So guys, those are my 3 must plays for UFC Austin. Thank you so much for watching Supreme Clientele. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as usual, I want all of you to enjoy the fight. So enjoy, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.